Pčelarstvo je u našoj porodici višedecenijska tradicija.
We have been beekeeping for decades. It's a traditional activity of my family. My father is a beekeeper. He used to do it in an old way, but now we are doing it all organically. The first time when I went beekeeping with my father and uncle, I was 7 years old. I became fond of it. In time, I decided to continue. So for some 15 years now, I have been doing it by myself.
16 godina samostalno vodim pčelinjak.
Catch the wind and fly away.
Pa što se tiče pčelarstva, kao pčelarstvo je veoma lijepa grana.
Beekeeping is such a wonderful activity. While you do the beekeeping, you are calm. Everything is peaceful. You have a million bees, and they all know what their duties are. I learned this from my father, and I'm trying to teach my nephew.
Gdje sad prenosim znanje na svoga sinovca.
Montenegro has been known as the land of wild beauty, and it is this wildness that makes the beauty a reality. Manicured lands bring uniformity, whereas untamed mountains present something entirely different. For bees, this environment is optimal with its diverse mountainscapes of wildflowers, interrupted only by gardens of vegetables and rows of fruit trees. The variety in nature makes an ideal place for the bees to gather pollen through most of the year. In turn, the bees make a diverse environment possible. Along this mountain bounty gastro route, processing milk is the starting point of village life and the traditional cuisine. Cheeses, yogurts, and a clotted cream-like specialty called kaymak, or skorup, are common here. The recipes are passed down from generation to generation. These are some of the more readily observable outcomes from the milk of cows, sheep, and goats. But these livestock also advance the rest of the diverse food production.
My household is growing vegetables, fruits, and we have our own cows. Practically all we need for a living. And it is all organic without chemicals or herbicides. For fertilizers, we use animal manure.
I would like for my kids to eat here in the village with the food we produce. Sometimes they have to buy food in the city when they don't have enough time to come here, but it is not even close to the same thing. Our animals are being fed with grass and corn. The meat here is so much tastier than what is sold in the supermarket. I encourage anyone who will listen to spend time in the village whenever possible. Our son lives here with us and he doesn't complain. He prefers the village more than the city.
A form of permaculture has existed in the mountains of Montenegro for centuries. Small family farms in remote settings required a high level of self-sufficiency. This naturally led to multi-speciated farms that grow a range of fruits, vegetables, livestock, and poultry, as well as practicing beekeeping.
Producing our own food means a lot nowadays when we are not certain what is offered and sold to us. Producing organic food is important. That is why we do it. Because we try to live healthy and raise our children in a healthy way.
During the whole summer, the mushrooms were picked and sold. There are people that buy them at wholesale.
The organic inputs and variety of produce, dairy, and meats that are grown make each farm more productive and healthier. It makes each potato taste more like a potato should, as well as each vegetable, berry, and herb. In turn, this mountain abundance approach impacts the whole cuisine from food to beverage.
We forage for berries, raspberries, wild strawberries, mushrooms, which are available from May through October. So many herbs and plants for teas. There is a variety of them. Above sea level, all of these herbs and plants have a stronger taste and smell. We gather blackberries and juniper, then we pick wild pears and apples in the woods and make a beverage called vodica out of it. It's a healthy beverage, and we made it this year in order to preserve this traditional way of producing beverages. The position of our village helps a lot. Teas are dried fast and then they preserve all the healthy ingredients. We picked 3 or 4 types of mushrooms in the village.
Living in harmony with the land means some foods are grown while others are gathered from nature. Healthy foods, including wild fruits, garlic, mushrooms, and nettle, can be foraged all around each family farm at a range of altitudes and times of year.
Producing our own food means a lot. It means health. It is important for the children. We prepare our own traditional food. All sorts of pies, including nettle pies. We all love them. Today we prepared kačamak, one of the traditional dishes and scrub made of nettle. The nettle is picked in the meadow. Corn kačamak is made out of the flour that we produced. Most of our guests have never tried scrub. I make it often, especially during springtime when the nettle is young and fresh.
So much of the found nature, from nettle on the mountainside to trees like the juniper, provide medicinal benefits. The same is true for the wild berries as well as the cultivated orchards that provide more diversity to the Montenegrin mountainscape.
This orchard was planted by our father. He enjoyed working among these trees, and we wanted to maintain it. We plan to organize our homestead as a guest house for travelers. We hope our father will live longer to teach us how to grow fruit. We need to learn that from him.
Many families in this region have preserved indigenous species of fruit. These native fruits grow best and maintain the land's natural diversity.
This cake I made today. My mother used to make it. It is a healthy cake. It is made with fruit and our homegrown eggs. You can add any seasonal fruit. We freeze our fruits. You can make it with raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. Fruits are always healthy, for children especially. I also prepare fruit compote. My kids love it, especially the raspberry compote. Besides raspberry, I also make blueberry and blackberry compote. It is most important that we produce our own food. My father-in-law planted fruits because he wanted his grandchildren to eat healthy fruit. Sometimes you can find organic fruit in the store,
but it is expensive and sometimes you don't know if it is safe. He wanted to tell a story through the orchard. He wanted his children and our children to remember him. Even though it doesn't look perfect, we know it is healthy. The look doesn't matter.
The remote regions of the mountain bounty gastro root provide wide-ranging diversity, which creates a unique, healthy nature biome. Incorporating a range of these foods, prepared in a variety of ways, in turn creates a healthier human biome for each person who sits to eat and drink at a table in the mountains of Montenegro. The immersion into local culture, gracious hospitality, and natural beauty are all a bonus, which comes with an authentic Montenegrin experience. This experience is available through a farm-to-fork or farm-stay adventure along the mountain bounty gastro route.